have potentially, which is a fun word. When we're dealing with something so catastrophic, a word like potentially gives you hope. Potentially fatal flaws that could cause jets to explode mid-air. You thought they were going to make you stop flying due to a few tires falling down or overweight passengers taking up more than 2 seats having to pay exactly the same amount as you, or annoying TSA agents groping you unconditionally without your consent. Can I search you? Sure, I consent. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. You thought they were going to make you stop flying due to the climate. John Kerry saying, I have to fly on my own private jet, but you have to be on American Airlines. But now these American Airlines are exploding in midair. Another fleet of Boeing jets were found earlier this year to have potentially fatal flaw. Does that make you feel safe about flying? I know for me, it does not make me feel safe whatsoever. The issue involved an electric fault in the company's 777 jets. So those MAX 800s, don't even worry about that. 777s also included. That could cause fuel tanks on the plane's wings to catch fire and explode. Like this. I'm excited about flying, and I hope you are too. Discovery of the flaw exposes nearly 300 or more Boeing planes are potentially at risk, including jets used by United Airlines, American Airlines, according to the notice of the AVAA. FAA reported the issue in March and ordered Boeing to respond by May 9th. It remains unclear if the company has done so. You have till May 9th to get this whole thing figured out, but don't worry about it as you board your plane. This is good news if you're a Southwest flyer like myself, aka the poor class. But you don't care anyways, because your plane isn't going to potentially explode mid-flight. A spokesman for Boeing emphasized that the FAA's March 25th, 2024 notice was a proposed rulemaking seeking comment from Boeing before the federal agency would formally mandate any proposed fix. That's right. They're not going to formally mandate these fixes be made immediately. We're going to look into it. We're going to do our best with what we have. It's just incredible. What's up, Willie? Derek started the stream 56 minutes into. I did start the stream on time. I apologize. No AI girl today. It's just me. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We're going to find out together. But my mother is deathly afraid of flying. And so I am so tempted to call her with this news and let her know that if she boards a flight, there's a potential that the flight could explode mid-air. What a way to go, though. I mean, if you're going to pick a way to go, might as well go in a fiery explosion. Why make it a boring death when you can make it a fiery explosion? It's getting to the point now with all these Boeing things that I'm starting to believe that maybe they're just waiting for something bad to happen in order for all of us to go, okay, fine. I won't do the whole travel bug thing anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to live in my 15-minute city and I'll be totally fine there. How dare you even take it to this level to make me stop flying? Because now I have a flight coming up in July, and I'm kind of nervous about this. I mean, exploding mid-air. Chat, Willie, are you going to be flying? Does this fill you with hope about flying? Because it doesn't fill me with hope whatsoever. It makes me absolutely, absolutely nervous. YouTube has a big delay here, I hear, and still missed the start. Really? Man, YouTube is whack, man. I'm starting to get annoyed with YouTube. You're always welcome to join it on the rums. Says my condition. I mean, I'm in Ethernet, so what are you gonna do? Boeing planes midair. I just love this story so much. It's getting to the point now, if you have any kind of phobia about flying, that you should just check out. You should stop trying to fly or stop watching the news, because it just gets worse and worse. In March 2024, Airworthiness Directive AD proposal to FAA warned Boeing of an electric static discharge or a static electricity risk near the center wing fuel tanks. The unsafe condition is not addressed, could result in an ignition source inside the fuel tank, the FAA said, and subsequent fire or explosion. This is why we all got to be rich, people. This is literally the reason why we should all be rich, so that we can all fly private together. Remember when I told you, a retired aircraft mechanic, I wouldn't recommend flying less? Yes, I remember when you said that. I remember you telling me, Willie, that I shouldn't fly overseas. And it's kind of stuck in the back of my head. And the parts require remove static electricity-based explosion risk. So even when you try to remove these parts from the plane to get them fixed, there's a static electricity explosion risk. And we're just supposed to be like, cool. We're just supposed to say, you know what are you going to do? The FAA specifically requested the new electrical bonding grounding be installed to prevent short-circuiting or electrostatic discharge. I don't trust any of these planes. I mean, I'm still going to fly, but I feel like every time now when I get on a plane, I'm like, I just, kiss my butt cheeks goodbye. I just say, this is probably the end. This is the end. My only friend, Boeing. Less than 2 weeks after order, May 9th. I love how there's like a delay. FAA finds out that these Boeing airplanes for United and American Airlines have a potential risk of exploding mid-air. And they're like, hey, we are going to give you, we'll give you 2 weeks to figure it out. I mean, it's just us being nice. We're just being good people. I mean, what do you expect from Boeing and the FAA? What do you expect from a government agency? Of course we're slow. But when you get on a plane, a 777, just remember that there's a potential risk for mid-air explosion. Now I would say avoid Boeing from the new information lately. Willie, it's almost impossible to avoid Boeing at this point, unless you fly those AC Airbuses or whatever, those AC 360s or whatever. The death of the FAA warning joined controversies already swirling in the aerospace giant. It's becoming like almost a conspiracy at this point, isn't it, though? That all these airlines, they're just having issues. And I know so many of these kids that I talk to that do have this climate anxiety and feel like if they fly, they're disrespecting the climate or something, or leaving too big of a carbon footprint. And so they're already not wanting to fly. And now they're going after the millennials, Gen X, and boomers. They're just like, we got the Gen Z to stop flying. How do we get you? Oh, we'll tell you that airplanes explode mid-flight. We're all gonna freaking die. What's up on Rumble? A lot of airlines are doing maintenance overseas now. I don't blame them. I hate all the regulations are supposed to be in place to make us feel safer. But it certainly seems like things are getting worse. Like I just saw all the chemicals that are in those Fairlife milk jugs that you can buy now, which I was a big proponent of Fairlife milk, especially chocolate milk. Love that stuff, especially post-workout. And then I just saw, we did that one study 2 days ago that in New Mexico, that 23 of the males out of the 23 that they studied had microplastics in their testicles. And I was like, the government is supposed to keep us safe for these reasons. How can you trust these people? How can you trust these people to keep you safe? I just don't get it. I don't get it. You think you're going to get on an airplane and have a good time? Absolutely not. You're not going to get on an airplane and have a good time. Let's see. What do I want to get to? Oh, this story. This story is absolutely sad. Willie, what are these airlines doing repairs overseas? If you guys don't mind dropping a like, helps the algorithms out. I greatly appreciate it. For the video, if you're new here, subscribe. What's up? How's it going? I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, so I'm excited about that. The live show is coming back. I'm narrowing down the time for when I can go live. I apologize. That's been one of my biggest things about myself that I hate is inconsistency, and I apologize about that. I'm working on it. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be a better human being. This story right here is insane. Train band founding member Charlie Cullen dead at 58 after falling in the shower. First of all, Train stops Jupiter interface. Do you guys ever think about how you're going to die? Do you ever think about what your last breath is going to be like? Do you ever imagine what death is going to be like for you? Do you ever imagine like I know like all of us have these fantasies that we're going to one day be on our deathbed. Our family's going to be around us to support us saying, Derek, you brought so much joy into my life. You made me laugh all the time. You did blah, 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 blah. But this guy slips and falls in a freaking shower. It's almost messed up to write this, isn't it? TMZ is such a freaking a-holes, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, train band member, the Charlie guy, yeah, he slipped in a shower. Maybe keep that one to yourself. I always have these fantasies that I'm going to die at like 90 years old. I'm going to be driving a brand new Corvette. I'm just going to run it right off the side of the road in like a fiery crash. Or maybe I'll explode midway in a fiery explosion in a Boeing plane. Who knows? Something like that. I don't want my death to be Derek, 58 years old, slipped on a banana peel, fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Yeah, it was quick, but that's how he died. just so. I think it's going to be heart failure. I'm sure it is. So, but why even like include the whole, that's how he died in the shower. He died so quickly. Man. I don't know what it is about sparkling drinking water, but until I turned like over 30 years old, that's when I started drinking this stuff. When I was a young kid, I used to think people that drink sparkling water is like for old people or boomers. And now I'm the old person drinking sparkling water, enjoying my life. All right. This is just keeping the show going. I'm trying to keep it going for y'all. Okay. Crockett. I made it longer than many. Willie, that is what I want to say when I get older, is that I've made it a long, healthy, long life. Like my grandfather right now is like 92 years old. He's doing just fine, though. He's still taking trips. He's still going on his cruises. Still walking around. Still fixing stuff. Still attempting to climb up ladders and get on top of the roof. While I yell at him and say, don't do that. That's how you die. And he goes, I'm doing just fine. It's all downhill now. Yeah, for me too, Willie. I'm with you on that boat. All right, here we go. This. Miss Crockett is still one of my favorite people in Congress because she is absolutely cringe to the max. She is perfect for her generation. She is perfect for everything that's going on in politics right now, that you shouldn't be taking these people seriously whatsoever. Her and MTG and AOC had that moment where they were all yelling at each other, calling fake eyelashes bleach blonde butch body. Remember, she has her t-shirt for that now. She's been going on tour. She's been making waves again. She's excited She's pumped about the world. She wants everyone to know about her struggles in life. And here's her just so triggered by people on Twitter. It's just incredible that these politicians, they do anything and everything in their power to become these victims. And they will use one random dude on Twitter to create an entire narrative for themselves about who they are and about how everyone on the right or whatever views them. That's why I hate these people that speak in generalities where they go, all conservatives say this, or everyone on the right says this. This is what these people do. So they'll take one Twitter thing that'll say something racist or moderately racist. Then they'll create an entire narrative in their head that everyone on the right is racist against me, or hates me because I'm black, or hates me because I'm ghetto, or something like that. And here's her just kind of going down the list of all her accomplishments. And it just seems, it's just ridiculous. Like, no one cares about your accomplishments. People just care about what you're saying and doing now, right? That's how I am for myself. Sorry, I'm just moving it around. I don't care about people's, their accomplishments. What their accomplishments are cool, but I really care about what they have to say and who they are as human beings today. And here's her just going down her list. It's just so funny to me.
All I could think about was the fact that I currently hold an honorary doctorate. I also hold a Juris Doctorate. I also hold a bachelor's. I also technically hold the...
I hold a bachelor's. Oh, wow. Wow. In what? Don't worry about it. It's kind of a big deal. I love when people say just bachelor's. You're like, bachelor's in what? Because it makes a big difference if I should respect you or not.
The rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Civil Air Patrol, and I actually practiced law for almost 2 decades, in addition to serving on various boards, in addition to being a prior state lawmaker. And there are those that would make some people believe that because I happen to be black and or a woman.
Oh, is that what it is?
That somehow, even though I can rattle off all the qualifications in the world, my blackness makes me unqualified. All I could think...
That is so true, though. Her blackness does make her unqualified, which reminds me of how my blackness, my step blackness, to be exact, makes me qualified. And I'm excited to go down the list with you guys of some of my accomplishments. Okay? Some of Derek O'Shea's accomplishments. Here we go down the list of mine, okay? I won the most enthusiastic clapper award at the Silent Retreat. Thank you. I was named Employer of the Month at my small business. I successfully parallel parked a tricycle once or twice. I've been awarded the best air guitarist in the library. I didn't like that music. I've been awarded most improved t-ball player in the country. I graduated high school. Okay? That's something I bring to the table. I've completed many marathons on Netflix and HBO. I have watched the entirety of Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Seinfeld multiple times, The Office multiple times, Parks and Rec, South Park multiple times. I'm a dedicated man. I've won Master Chef for the perfect bowl of cereal. Stupid. I just... It's so dumb. That was like the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. I apologize for that. But this is the reality of our people, isn't it? It's just like, let me just tell you about me. Let me tell you about me. And so if I call somebody a bleach blonde, butch body, and people critique that or say like, wow, we shouldn't take these people seriously, it's because of my blackness they don't want to take me seriously. No, it's because you are a child and no one cares. No one cares about these qualifications. My favorite thing is I've served on various boards. That was my favorite.
Leave that because I happen to be black to serving on various boards.
Yeah, I've served on various boards as well, but I don't tell my friends about those. What's up, Violet? I have zero debt and no life. See? These are things that you should be celebrating, Violet. I also have zero debt. I think having zero debt is actually a huge accomplishment. That might be one of the biggest accomplishments in culture today, is being somebody, especially if you're under the age of 40 or 50 and you tell people I have zero debt. It's kind of in your face. But how Joe Biden is just constantly canceling student debt. I mean, we might not be the only people. Violet says, I beat Super Meteoroid under 3 hours for the good ending. That's a pretty big thing. I need to get back into playing old video games. We used to play old video games on here, Violet, and I would have like long form content, and that was always really fun. I won air guitar contest, Ice Cream Man, and Van Halen. I one time on a Carnival Cruise Line, I won an Elvis impersonation. Yeah, you're welcome. And I sang for the entire cruise boat. It was kind of the most silly thing I've ever done in my life. Just in front of like over 1,000 people, they made me sing a song because I won the karaoke contest in front of like all these dancers and stuff. And I was like kind of a young dude. I was like in my 20s. It was just so silly. Willie says, I'm debt free since 1984, own house and trucks. That's awesome. Yeah, I got an old truck too. My truck has 285,000 miles. I'm praying she gets to 300,000. I mean, it's a Tacoma, so I believe in her. If she believes in me, then I believe in her, you know. All right, let me just double check these things. Great. I mean, being debt free is a huge thing. That's a huge, huge, huge W. Okay, I don't know why this is a news, but it is news. Fox News alert. Nikki Haley said she'll vote for Trump and has not been perfect, but has Biden... God, I might be the worst news anchor of all time. Like my dyslexia just pops up all the time. Nikki Haley said she'll vote for Trump, has not been perfect, but Biden has been catastrophic. Catastrophe. I'm just going to turn it in right now. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley said on Wednesday that she'll be voting for Donald Trump. Why is this the top news? I've been going on all these websites. Who cares? Am I the only one that doesn't care? Thank you. Sometimes when I'm reading this, I'm just like, what? Nikki Haley comes out in favor of a Republican president over a Democrat. Incredible. Remember there was like that talk of her running as a third-party candidate for a while, or she was going to try to beat Donald Trump and Joe Biden at the same time? Trump has not been perfect. Who's saying Trump has been perfect? Oh, just cultists. But Nikki Haley's saying she's voting for Trump, so... And honestly, I've been waiting for her to come out and tell us who to vote for because I am such a big deal. Enjoy her. By the way, I do have a picture of me and Nikki Haley. I know I promised it for those of you on the stream. And I found it. I finally got my mother to send in this picture because I couldn't find it anywhere. And I hope you guys are ready for this picture of me and Nikki Haley. A young Derek O'Shea with Nikki Haley at a Nikki Haley event when she was a Tea Party member, when she was like totally cool. This is it. See? I told you. You thought I was lying about it. I would never lie to you guys. I would never lie to you. Young, gorgeous, and look at that. Look at that. Look at the arm game. I did not put my arm around her because I knew one day she would switch. She would change. She would be the rhino Republican I knew deep down inside she always was. But it's all a sweetheart. It's only a really sweet lady. Genuine, seemed nice at the time. So now she's having fun in the back of cars with other men. It's good for you, Nikki. What's up, Wes? So good to see you, man. I don't care either. Anyone who votes for, I wish no one would vote because every vote cast is a consent to be ruled over. I do like that logic. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God I'm a country boy. I do have a country boy look. Well, this was my my early Republican looking attire. You know, you gotta wear the blue pants with the red top, and the people gotta know. The people gotta know. Still funny, Lucky after all these years. Still funny, Lucky. Are you trying to say I'm funny looking? Cause how freaking dare you? Thanks for confessing. Do you feel better? I do feel better. I do feel better because some of you guys online were like, show us a picture. And I was going to show you. I just wanted to wait for the right moment. But, I mean, I'm just glad she found this picture. Okay. We'll bring that out again someday. I mean,
Pony.
God, I keep clicking that. I hate my life. But that was me at a Nikki Haley event when I can't remember if she was like town council or a House representative. What's Nikki Haley's Wikipedia? Okay, I feel like I'm Destiny now. All right. Fox News alert. I'm just trying to remember how she started. You know, ambassador 2018. I think this is governor of South Carolina. I think this might have been her governor of South Carolina run. No, it's this one. When she was a House rep. That's what it was. Because I remember Larry Kuhn. Okay. Well, why do they have their signatures on here? So you can copy it? Maybe I need to get her to sign my chest. After graduating. Nikki Haley, you could have been something. I am a lying dog faced pony soldier. She had so much potential. Isn't it incredible? So many of these politicians, when they get in the office, they just completely flip the script on who they are. They completely change their entire outlook on life. As soon as money gets involved, it's like as soon as they reach what is the number? What is the millions of dollars these politicians get to before they start like just losing their soul? I don't know what that money number is, but it's sad. That's a bit racist with the last name Coon. Hey, it's the South, man. That was South Carolina. I told you. It's the dirty South, man. Coon. Yeah. Yeah, the whole Coon thing really offends me as well. Speaking of being offended, I think this is just hilarious. This video right here. Fox News alert. Fox News alert. CNN posts lowest rated week in primetime since 1991 despite Trump trial. These people need Trump more than Trump needs Trump. CNN is dying. I mean, who's watching CNN? The last interview I saw on CNN was with Cameron, and he was talking about taking ED medicine, and he was ready to go clap some cheeks. I mean, he literally said that on CNN. So this station, this news network is just dying. I can't think of, is Wolf Blitzer still there? Is Anderson Cooper still there? I know there was talk about them getting fired, but it's just incredible to see that they're actually going down. One of the most intriguing stories in media ahead of the 2024 presidential election is the impact CNN will have. CNN is the oldest cable news network on television and has long branded itself as the most trusted, LOL. No, they branded themselves as the only thing that somehow you're like, why is CNN on at the airport? But CNN is now distant third behind Fox News and MSNBC in their ratings. And that's when you know it's sad. When you're behind MSNBC, who is just straight up propaganda, you know you're not doing well. And the ratings on its third CEO in many years. I know CNN keeps trying to rebrand themselves, but they really did themselves in, especially during the BLM riots. One would think CNN would do right by covering former President Donald Trump's hush money trials, blah, blah, blah. Yet last week, CNN posted its lowest rated week in primetime since 1991. There was like a time in my life that I enjoyed watching CNN. Not for information, just because it was funny to watch. But it's just sad. But your time is done, CNN. Cinque. Nikki still recommends Trump make her vice president. Dude, if Trump makes Nikki Haley vice president, I will lose my effing mind. Nicole last one. Hi there, Hin. Yes, they are still employed with CNN. Okay, good to know. Full disclosure, I do watch CNN sometimes during New Year's Eve. When Anderson Cooper and I forget the other gay dude, but he's funny, get drunk together, it's actually pretty funny. And I know like conservatives like to make fun of it, but it's super funny. My mom still watches MSN. My dad watches MSNBC. It's literally the most cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. The times that I visited my dad and I walk into him watching MSNBC, I want to like shake him like a baby. You know, you're not supposed to shake a baby, but my dad needs to be shaked. He needs to wake up. I'll catch him watching Joy Reid. I mean, he's married to a black woman, so maybe he's just trying to cope. I don't know what's going on. What do you think about all the new channels are... What do you think about if I say that all new channels are sold? What's your favorite? All new channels are sold. I don't know what you mean, Nicholas. I don't like any of the channels, so... If you feel the same way, I feel the same way. I don't like Fox News, so... If that's you, you're in a safe place. I think they're all propaganda. Fox News kind of lost me with Tucker Carlson getting the L, getting fired, and then also during COVID. During COVID, I think so many of these channels, I lost so much respect for so many of these people. People that I used to think were decent human beings on the side of us, the unvaccinated, the safe. The way that they talked about people like me and probably you, it's just disgusting. I watch another show on YouTube called Hard Bastard, and he covers all the MSNBC and Young Turks just to show the propaganda they say. I kind of love that. Hard Bastard. Hard Bastard. Does he have a goatee? I'm just imagining a YouTube guy with that's name called Hard Bastard. He has like a white goatee. He's bald, and he has like old classic rock behind him. Maybe wears leather on his stream. I don't know. I don't trust Tucker. I don't really trust anyone. I don't trust anybody that I don't know. I trust. I like watching the shows. I have to keep everybody straight who watches MSNBC from going crazy. I do too. I think the most amazing thing about people that watch like the mainstream media is that these people will start to develop their own language that reflects and mirrors what happens on these shows. And it's so great to get into debates with these kind of people because you already know what they're going to say before they say it. Because if you're like me and while you're here, you're with this show, I try to engage with MSNBC as much as I possibly can because they're just, it's important to know what the other side is thinking before they even say anything, you know, which isn't very good because I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I do. As soon as I hear the language, I'm like, okay, I already know what they're going to say. He doesn't show his face very often. Oh, he doesn't? That's all right. I don't either. This is my real face. This is freaking a piece of work. Speaking of a piece of work, have you seen these videos from Megyn Kelly? Oh my my God. Okay, hold on. Sometimes my audio does something weird. Okay. Let's try this. Come on. Good. All right, good. Sorry. Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly went back and forth regarding Donald Trump being elected and Hillary Clinton. And it's just wonderful to see. It's amazing to watch Bill Maher and how his lack of knowledge. I mean, he seriously seems like one of these kind of guys that anything news related comes from his writer's room. Like his writers write how he thinks and how he views the world rather than him actually doing research or listening to other shows or watching video clips. He just wants to be told what to say. That's what I kind of feel like when it comes to him. Because when I think about Bill Maher, I think about all the things that he gets wrong consistently. And here's him going back and forth with Megyn Kelly regarding Trump not conceding the election. It's just such a dumb take. It's like that. There's nothing more American than questioning stuff like this and getting to the bottom of it. And I love this too, this argument as well. If everyone questions elections, why don't we figure out a way where people actually believe in it or make it feel safe for them? No. Let's keep it this way because then we can do whatever we want and freak everyone out. Here we go.
I don't know what could possibly be more fundamental to you or anyone than you have to concede elections. And he hasn't conceded the last one. He's plainly not going to concede this one. He now has all of his sycophants around him parroting his party line, which is when they ask them, will you abide by the election results? Yes, if it's a free and fair election, which is another way of saying if we win. You really think this is a place this country should be?
I'm not going to defend the election denialism. I'm not one of those people who believes that.
What's more important? What kind of country do we have?
How about
I don't care.
my daughter not going into a locker room and seeing a man's penis?
That's important too. I'm talking about the difference between this and something fundamental, which is...
This is going to be the entire argument, I think, of the left the entire summer. I genuinely think Biden and everyone is going to be pushing this thing that Trump is this election denier because they have nothing else on him. They have the whole Stormy Daniel trial ain't working out. Michael Cohen made him look absolutely stupid. They're going to be saying that Donald Trump is an insurrectionist and that he is election denier. That's it. Those are the things. That's what I believe. And they think it's like some kind of existential threat, and they always want to say these things so that you have fear going to the voting box to vote for either one. They want you, when you get to the voting box, to look at the options and see Donald Trump. The View wants you to think about Hitler, but the left wants you to think about an insurrectionist, and then you have Joe Biden. Like I don't even think they're going to run on Joe Biden's like quote unquote accomplishments. They're going to run on don't vote for the insurrectionist guy because he's going to take away everything that America stands for. And that's why him and people on MSNBC and other political commentators on the left are just going to be talking about insurrection all the time. It's going to be so boring. And that's why when Megyn Kelly says, well, how about, a dude walking in my daughter's locker room showing his genitalia, I mean, that is the issue that affects you and me. That, inflation, gas prices, energy prices, that drives so much inflation, housing, World War III, feeling unsafe around the world, feeling unsafe in American cities. That's the stuff you and I think about. They're like, yeah, but Donald Trump's an insurrectionist. And you're like, I don't care. Like, I'm trying to put food on my table. I'm trying to live the American dream. No. Okay, here we go.
Our democracy, the fact that you have to respect who wins an election, or else you don't have the kind of country we've always had before.
How about...
I mean, I feel like we keep going around the Roseberry bush about this. And
yeah, because you keep bringing it up, and you keep trying to think it's going to be like this impactful point that everyone is going to jump on board and go, oh my God, Bill Maher is so smart. Bill Maher is so smart. I feel like you're going around the bush. Yeah, because no one cares, Bill. No one cares about January 6th. No one cares about Donald Trump not conceding the election or saying that we need to have safe and fair election. Nobody cares. No one cares. Because when I go to work and when I pay my bills, I'm not thinking about January 6th. I'm not thinking about Donald Trump. I'm thinking about wishing I could put food on my table, wishing I could build my savings, build my 401k, build my retirement plan, move into a home. That's what I'm thinking about. Not, did Donald Trump concede the election? And the funniest thing, too, I haven't seen this clip, by the way. The funniest thing, too, is Hillary Clinton and what's her face from Georgia? Al Gore. I remember Al Gore with the hanging chads as a kid. People have denied or questioned or wanted to look into elections forever. And it's just such a weird precedent that all of a sudden we care about it because Donald Trump said so. Because they have such high TDS. They can't even see themselves in their own mirror. I mean, it's such an easy point to talk about Hillary Clinton saying Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. I mean, she says it all the time. And there's videos of people saying that to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden be like, oh, I like you. I trust you. It's just so insane. I hope she calls him out. I'm pretty sure she does. I've seen some clips going around of this. It's just incredible. All Trump news all day, every day. I think about 20% of my labor that the government thinks is entitled to. Oh, so well, that's that too. I think about taxes. I think about how, as a small business owner, they're raising taxes on small business owners. I think about how they've added incredible numbers to the IRS and that they are going to go after you and me. All these dumb libtards and people that are like centrists or the uniparty people, whatever, they think that all these new IRS agents are going after millionaires. You are an idiot. You're dumb. Yeah, but they said they're going to. Yeah, right. You think some dumb new IRS agent is going to go after some guy with lawyers, or they're going to go after you who are like, please don't audit me. I used TurboTax. I did everything I can. God, I feel like I just sound like Adam Sandler.
And we're not going to make any progress, so let's stop talking about it. But
I mean, you keep saying sort of I'm nuts because I don't see the difference between the elephant and the mouse, and I'm telling you I identify them differently than you do. Hillary Clinton, of course, is the original election denier. I'm sure you voted for her in 2016.
Well, she's not an election denier.
Ooh, he doesn't know. Fox News alert, Bill Maher has no idea that Hillary Clinton is an election denier. They also said Americans would... that they wouldn't spy on Americans when they passed the Patriot Act. Well, exactly. And they also said, hey, you can keep your health care. You remember when healthcare was actually cheap, and then we started doing all the government stuff, and then our healthcare went through the roof? It's almost like people told you that was going to happen. I digress. Here we go.
Absolutely was the OG election.
Hold on, I'll go back a little bit. I just love that she calls him out. She was the election denier. I mean, do we not remember the entire thing with Al Gore? Okay.
Denier. I'm sure you voted for her in 2016.
Well, she's not an election denier.
She absolutely was the OG election denier.
First of all, she came out before the sun had risen to concede the election to Trump.
And then spent...
I love when Bill Maher does that. He does this little thing. First of all, excuse me. What's up, Queen? First of all, she came and she conceded the election before the sun had risen. He's like waiting for his applause break right there. He's like, did I mention she came out before the sunrise? Am I right, people? That's why you're here. Okay. I hope she just shellacks him over this.
To concede the election to Trump.
And then spent the next 4 years saying he was illegitimate. He was an illegitimate president.
Don't say that.
Okay, well, first of all, she didn't say he was an...
Oh. Fox News alert, Bill Maher just got absolutely owned by Megyn Kelly. She didn't, yeah.
Legitimate. He was an illegitimate president.
Okay, well, first of all, she didn't say he was an illegitimate...
Yes, she did.
You tell me exactly what she said.
She said those exact words, repeat.
Yeah, there's video after video after video of her saying it in interviews. He doesn't know. Fox News alert, people with incredibly huge primetime political shows have no idea what they're talking about. Bill Maher, the millionaire who has writers that write his jokes for him, don't ever forget that. Bill Maher's so funny. No, his writers are writing those jokes. Doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's just wonderful to see. Good for you, Megan. I love your little red shirt and your red shoes. Okay, here we go. Please clap. Yeah, that's a please clap moment. Please clap.
Repeatedly.
You tell me exactly what she said.
She said those exact words repeatedly.
Okay. I mean, you only get two choices.
That's right.
You get Donald Trump, a criminal, election denier
Yep,
who
here
is
we
going
go.
to transform this country into an authoritarian place like we've never seen before.
Like we don't already have it. An authoritarian place like we've never seen it. I love vague language like that. It genuinely gets me so excited about life. Donald Trump is going to transform this place into an authoritarian place like you've never seen before. Swear to God. Never seen it before. And you're like, Bill, hasn't Donald Trump been president before? Yeah. But this time it's different. He's coming back for vengeance. Oh, and why would he come back for vengeance? Why? What would make him mad that would make him want to screw people over that screwed him over? I can't put a finger on why that's a problem. He showed he lives in a bubble, says Queen. It's scary how people trust his perspective on politics. Yeah, well, he's part of that old culture that had like three channels for the news, and that they would just go home, watch the 6 o'clock news or 60 Minutes or something like that. He's part of that old culture where he would say things. It's like, I don't know. There was like a clip going around of Jon Stewart talking with The Daily Show, and he was just like making fun of the whole Cohen effing up the whole Trump trial. And his take even shows that he doesn't know what's going on. I genuinely think that a lot of these big old political heads that we all thought growing up that, wow, these people are like, they just know so much. They're reading all the time. They don't. They don't read all the time. That's why they don't put competent people on their shows. They don't put people that are actually going to challenge them. I'm sure there's like signs that say like, shut up, Bill's talking, or like, please clap, or like something like that. It's just like they just don't. It's so much of what goes on TV is so fabricated and not real. It's so depressing. What's up, Valerie? Deadly force authoritarianism can be won. Yes. Yes. They read headlines. Oh yeah, and that's the problem. Because every time I read a headline, I'm like, wow, that's insane. And then I read the article and I'm thinking that headline had nothing to do or was like one segment of the entire article and it didn't really fit in. But now I clicked it, so it gave Daily Mail or Daily Wire or Fox News or Axios or MSNBC or whatever, it gave them money. Then actually taught me or made me educated on anything. It's just depressing. All right, let's keep going. The Bill Maher book tour thing he's doing right now, where he's going on The View, he's going on Megyn Kelly. It's great to see, and he was on Gutfeld the other night. It's great to see people are pushing back on him and just like challenging him, because I don't think it happens on his show very often because the crowd is with him. He has little breaks, applause breaks, and all that stuff. And he has his writers that write for him. This is him naked. This is him in front of an audience where he doesn't have his script. It's kind of like Don Lemon's new podcast where you're just like not doing too well. Without writers, without being on a major television show, these people kind of look dumb, don't they?
An authoritarian place like we've never seen before, or you get Joe Biden with all his flaws.
Also
and
a criminal.
crumbs. Okay, what is his crime?
Okay. Okay. I feel like Bill Maher is only comfortable saying negative things about Joe Biden about his age, and that's it. I genuinely think that's it. Anything else he it gets so triggered by. Okay, criminal.
Okay. What is his crime again?
Special counsel Robert Hur said he'd committed felonies, but he wouldn't indict him because he was a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. He couldn't get a conviction in front of a jury.
And what was that crime? That was the
Classified documents. All over his basement, his garage, everywhere.
Well, okay. Here's the difference.
Okay, here's the difference. Fox News alert, the difference is that he's a Democrat and they can get away with it. Republicans just need to learn how to do that better. Okay, here we go. Keep going.
Immediately, Biden, he shouldn't have had them. Immediately, he said, "Oh, sorry, my bad," and gave them back.
That's why he
Trump
didn't get
said-
charged with obstruction. But Trump has...
Yeah, Biden gave the documents back. The FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, maybe had an order that said, like, you can use deadly force if you want to, and all that kind of stuff, which actually could have resulted in really a huge event, very RFK-like, very scary event. But, you know, Biden gave them back. Yes, we walked in there. We told Biden 3 months in advance, we're going to be there at this time. And Biden said, I don't know what's going on. And they just went in there and they got the documents. But with Trump, we could have used deadly force if we wanted to. It's different. Things are different. Pence was also investigated. That's true.
That's why he
Trump
didn't get
said-
charged with obstruction. But Trump has two classified documents, pieces to his case. One is you had them, and the second is you obstructed justice when we demanded them back. So, okay, against Biden, you don't get charged with obstruction. But number one, where's the classified documents charge against him? He's also a felon.
You got your story. You know.
Oh, yeah, you got your story. Yes. Fox News alert. If you combat people's logic and reasoning and what they know to be true with facts and information to back up your own claims, they tell you that you have your reasonings and that's your point of view. What a fun way to just escape getting absolutely owned. It's just such a wonderful thing, isn't it? You're just like, I mean, that's your point of view, so I guess it's okay. Marcio, what's up? He looks like a vampire too. His hair is perfect. Oh, they all have blood boys, don't they? And they're all taking NAD, and they probably have like PRP injections, and they all have like their new hair from Turkey, which I'm getting my new hair from Turkey soon. Here's the difference. Biden was a senator and a VP, which has no authority. Well, exactly. Yeah, Wes, I love it, dude. But here's the difference. Biden was a senator and VP, which has no authority to have any classified documents, period. Trump was president, and he has the authority to have those documents. And he can, pardon himself. And he can do whatever he wants. When you're the president, you can do whatever you want. It's like people don't understand that. Right now, Joe Biden is canceling student debt. Is it legal? No. But he's doing it anyways. Well, all of a sudden we care about laws? All of a sudden that's what we care about? Sure. Marcia, he does look like he sleeps in a coffin. The Bill Maher coffin. Okay. Bill Maher's up, okay. Because he does. Him and Gavin Newsom sleep together in a coffin. I could see that. Okay, let's go back. That was one of my favorite moments.
He's also a felon.
You got your story. I look.
Why can't the difference be one actually had the ability to declassify documents and keep them because he'd been the president, and one didn't because
with
he
his
should have been
mind.
looking at documents only in a skiff while a sitting U.S. senator, and clearly he stole classified documents that he wasn't entitled to and never had the ability to declassify them.
Yeah. Maybe you know more about that than I do. I don't remember that part of it, and I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side, because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth. I know this is the right-wing narrative.
I'm not like that, Bill. I care about facts. I practiced law for 10 years. I want to get the cases right more than I want to get clicks, and I have a lot of left.
What a douche. What a douche. Yeah, I don't know if I trust you. I'm on your show. I'm in your network. And I'm using your audience to promote my book. But I don't know if I trust the words out of your mouth because you're a shill like me. I mean, like, Shit. You have a right-wing perspective. I love when people just like dismiss any claim to that's like, oh, that's the right-wing perspective. What if, and this is a big what if the right-wing perspective was the truth? Now what? Now what do? We just deny it because it's the other side of the aisle? Is that what we do? I try not to do that on this show. If someone on the left actually presents decent argument and decent facts, I'm going to look into it. I don't just double down because I'm like, well, this is what the Republicans tell me to think. Like, I don't care enough. I would rather know the facts. And I think that was like a nice moment where he said, maybe you know more about this than me. That was nice. That was a little conceit. You conceded a little bit there. But then you went in, you doubled down, and became a douche again. It's just incredible. It's not authoritarian to just ignore the Supreme Court. Come on, Kelly, you closeted right-winger. Exactly. I did like how he just conceded a little bit.
I know this is the right-wing narrative.
Conservatives are just progressives going at the speed limit. Michael Mouse. I know, I hate that quote. It's so true. We're not giving $2 billion to Ukraine. We're giving them $1 billion. Okay? We're fiscal conservatives. Bride of Dracula, Madam Pelosi. Hey, don't, with those kind of knockers.
At it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth. I know this is the right wing.
I just want to hear that one more time. Narrative is more important than truth.
And I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it. And
I'm curious, Bill. How do you vet these things? Because I would like to know. Like, if I was interviewing Bill Maher, I would be like, oh, that's a really interesting point. It is good to vet these things. You're correct on that. I like that kind of thought. How do you vet this stuff? Well, I go and read. Okay, what do you read? What sources are you using that you feel like are trustworthy over what I'm telling you? Because I feel like that would make a huge difference whether you'll actually get the truth or you'll just double down and have a little confirmation bias and stuff you already believe. Because that's what I want to know, dude. Does not Biden still have the boxes and documents in Chinatown and secret documents in Delaware? Of course he does. It's almost like he sounds like has a one-sided view of everything. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. I just love that. Narrative is more, what do you say?
Yeah. Maybe you know more about that than I do. I don't remember that part of it, and I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth.
Whoa. Narrative is more important than truth? Is that what you believe? Or are you saying that's what Megyn Kelly believes? Or what I'm supposed to believe? It's just, I want to freaking marinate in that. Narrative is more important. I mean, he's literally looking at Megyn Kelly and saying that you staying on narrative is more important than truth. What a douche. I would just get up and slap him.
I know this is the right-wing narrative.
I'm not like that, Bill.
I know this is the right-wing narrative. No, you didn't, Bill. You just said you didn't know what she was talking about, and maybe she knows more than you. You didn't know this is a right-wing narrative. That's you dismissing what she says in a douchey, authoritative voice that you think you have the power in this room. You have been shown as the one that doesn't do the research. So good luck on fact-checking her narrative.
I care about facts. I practiced law for 10 years. I want to get the cases right more than I want to get clicks. And I have a lot of lefties who watch me. So I'm not like that. All I can tell you is those are the facts.
I'm not totally sure that saying that you practice law for 10 years makes you trustworthy. I know a lot of douchey lawyers who I do not trust whatsoever. And I don't think you should either. Yeah, he's right. That's what he gets paid for. Yeah. That's the Bill Maher way, you know? He is getting paid to kind of be a shill. That's why I always talk about narrative. That's why they always talk about, like, staying on point, staying on topic, or, like, I'm sorry I misspoke, you know? All these people that, they just lie. I feel like he's just one of those people that's like, once you get to a certain amount of money, you immediately kind of lose your soul. And it's kind of depressing to watch people become this way. Where is it? Ugh. Okay, where's my other... Sorry. Lemo, he admitted that when he doesn't know what she's talking about is right-winged, like every college ignorant child. Yeah. Well, you guys also just think about where Bill Maher's head is at. He just got owned on TV. On TV. God, now I sound like a boomer. He just got owned on a podcast that goes on all news shows everywhere. And now his like ego and his pissing contest and his wiener has been questioned. And now he has to double down and lose his mind. That's because the left are all the same. Well, yeah, the left are all the same because they're all cult. And they have to stay on topic, you know. And they have to use the right language. I mean, that's why you're going to see everyone talk about Donald Trump not conceding the election all the time, over and over again. They won't talk about how the average American feels about the world right now. Of course, he wants to retire in the Hawaii. Well, yeah. Well, now there's all that new real estate that the people can buy up. Okay, this video. This video is one of my favorites, I think. Joe Biden is gearing up for his rallies, and his rallies are the most exciting rallies I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at this video of Joe Biden. In your face, Donald Trump, you could never. Even the music. Even the music is bad. Wait. Oh, it's just so bad. It's so depressing. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the event of the century. Or at least the event of this Wednesday evening. Join us for Joe's most boring political rally known to mankind. Experience the mundane. You'll wonder if time is standing still. And it is. It's standing still. Come downtown to the convention center where Joe will deliver the most uninspiring speech you've ever heard in your life. Witness Joe's legendary monotone delivery as he discusses the importance of updating the municipal codes and regulations while pooping his pants on stage. Joe will host a riveting PowerPoint presentation on zoning laws. And maybe he'll talk about corn pop and rubbing legs. He might even sniff a child or two. Don't miss the chance to participate in the interactive Q&A session, where if you want to ask a question to Joe Biden, you have to give up $20,000 to $30,000. It's going to be life-changing. It might be the best nap you've ever had in your life. Refreshments will be served, of course, including lukewarm tap water and unsalted crackers, to keep the excitement at a manageable level. This is Biden, after all. He's old, he's boring, and he's terrible. So mark your calendars and prepare for an unparalleled political rally. Because sometimes, folks, sometimes you need a good nap. And if you decide not to come to this event, we get it. Thanks. Joe Biden, 2024. Can you feel the energy? Is this an abandoned Walmart? Queen, yes it is. It looks like a church bake sale. It does. Who's gonna jump the Grand Canyon on the electric mini bike?
President of the United States.
Wait, this is Joe Biden's Little John. This is his hype man right here.
This is 30 minutes before the President of the United States is
Sick.
supposed to be in this room.
Unreal.
Feel the excitement?
Yeah. Welcome to Joe Biden's rally, where old people can get down and get dirty. Joe Biden, 2024. The event of the century. Joe. Golly. Dude, I've seen more excitement at a high school graduation. This is the average Joe Biden voter right here. Hey guys, getting excited about Joe Biden. Donuts and Metamucil. Dude, I take Metamucil. Hey man, I take Viper before I go to bed every night. I think it's important. Maybe they will be handing out Metamucil. By the way, guys, a lot of the food tonight was pretty heavy. So if you don't mind picking up your fiber pills at the end, you're going to want it in the morning. You're going to want to have a nice, clean BM. You don't want to have a Joe Biden moment. Not saying he poops his pants, but you never know. The guy does seem like he poops a little bit. Where's Cardi B? Oh, Marcia, that would actually make that would make it fun. How dare you guys? Oh, how freaking dare you. All right, guys. I've had so much fun tonight. I hope you guys have had fun too. I hope you enjoyed this stream. It feels good to be back. My life is becoming more orderly so I can come back to going live stream. I'm just excited to be here. I love doing this stream with you guys. I love spending time with you guys. I love building this community. If you don't mind dropping a like on the video, it helps the algorithms out. And put a comment below when you can. It helps me out. Wes, appreciate you. Wes, Queen, Willie, Marcia, all those on Rumble that are keeping themselves. Valerie all the way from Russia, even Kick. Appreciate you guys. Fake eyelashes and all. Hope everything went well, Derek. Glad to see you back. Yeah, my wife had surgery and everything went really well, actually. So she's doing better. Hopefully AI girl will be back soon. I think she said she's coming back tomorrow to be back. Hey, and Violet, good to see you back. I mean, you've been here the whole time, sure. Sometimes I forget. If I haven't seen a chat in a while, I'm like, oh, maybe they left. Thank you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Hope you guys have a freaking wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to follow me on Twitter if you're on Twitter. I do a lot of chatting on there. I try to interact as much as I possibly can. And yeah, be a part of the show. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back better than ever. And I got big plans. Big plans. I appreciate you guys. All right. Peace out. And just remember, you could be here.
Excitement?
You could be here.